Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV.
The boys that are asking are not asking to keep it to themselves, they're asking to broadcast. So you've got a situation whereby a girl goes from not being at all aware of anything really, so all the princess and don't get you dressed dirty and don't climb up a tree and don't shout in class and don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, do this, all the way through their lives from year dot. All of a sudden, they look around in the world at the time when you're most attuned to the support of your peer group, and you go, "Oh shit! Oh, this is what you want from me. I've got to have puffed up lips like some sort of salmon. I've got to have breast implants or butt implants or this or that or the other. This cream, that cream, blah, blah, blah." So the biggest selling cream in India is a whitening cream. It's a continual barrage. And in fact, this Good Girl deprogramming looks at this in more detail. So a girl comes into high school, she's either harassed continuously until they start self-harming, they're led through a system which is called, they talk about growth mindset. Oh yes, children, growth mindset. You can grow your brains without even the slightest awareness that the entire edifice of education is fixed mindset. It is exam grades, one above another, above another. The entire hierarchy and everything to do with fixed mindsets is encoded into the system as it's designed. So, the systems of education we have are not fit today. They were not fit 20 years ago. They certainly won't be fit for any child born today coming through. Now, virtually every teacher I've met is working the hardest they can. They bring in supplies for the children. They notice when the children haven't slept, or maybe they've got a bruise, they're looking after safeguarding issues, they're working through their lunch breaks, they're doing the very best they can. But the best they can is based on a lack of awareness about what is needed in the world. What's needed in the world is collaboration, creativity, curiosity, working with teams of different ages and different locations, creating ideas to actually solve the problems of today. And you teach, oh yeah, we're going to tell you a load of stuff, and then, we might ask you to interpret it, I suppose, or write a dissertation or an essay about it, but you tell us what we told you and we give you a score. Well, well done. I suppose that is a result, but it's not a result that's going to get these people that come out of colleges with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt in the US and hundreds of thousands of pounds of debt in the UK to even get a better job, because the quest for remembering things and spitting them back out is at best a single cognitive function. So my efforts, I'm sorry it's brilliant, right, sorry. Okay, so my efforts are this. Basically, you can't train out bias. You can go to as many classes as you like about bias, you can't train it out. Nor can you train out representation. So there is a hashtag representation matters. Women do not see themselves represented in things that are traditionally male dominated and therefore don't think they can do that. I spent lots of free AI, making images of girls doing all the things that girls are encouraged to do, because what I'm going to do is have a completely encircled ecosystem for academies. There will be 10,000 girls for each academy, and there won't be any outside social media in there. We'll issue all devices, and there'll be a potency world broadcast media and a potency world social media transmitting, and they will be run by the girls that come to the academies. So, 11-year-old girl, tell me, 11-year-old girl, what would you like to do? Well, I'm quite interested in making sure polar bears can carry on whatever. Okay, so polar bears. So you're interested in that. Then you start hooking them up with different nodes on different computer systems, linking people together, and all of a sudden you've got a team of people that have a shared interest, can then work on real world problems and actually solve them. And as a consequence of solving them, become entrepreneurs, inventors themselves. So Potency World, the education side, 20% is all the things we wish you'd been told. So obviously all feminine hygiene, contraception, blah, 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 relationship advice, things about filters, heavy daily physical exercise, team sports, rock climbing, skydiving, base jumping, anything you can think of. The most dangerous things that you would never think of doing as a girl, they're the things I'm going to get them to do. I say I'm going to get them to do. They're the things that are going to be available to them. And without the sexual competition, which is what popularity is in high school, without that need, and seeing loads of other girls around them, 10,000 or 9,999, all doing these things themselves, they're going to go, oh, this is normal. And then because the broadcast media and the social media bring up stories of, because it's called the Matilda effect, basically men whitewash out of history women's contributions in science, in everything. They steal their ideas. It's a show of some sort. So you can't train that out. So you can only do it by exposing them to a flipped narrative consistently for 11 to 18 for 7 years. 7 years, I'm told the dendrites at the end of your synaptical connections, that's when they start locking in. So if you do it, which is what I'm talking about, having this flipped narrative every day for 7 years, by the end of those 7 years, those brains will be functioning differently from anyone else educated in any other sphere. The 80% of the time is making up the stuff they want to make up. Tell us what you want, we'll tell you how to do it.
Wow, Jonathan, what you've just shared in terms of the dendrites. When I was studying with Dr. Joe Dispenza, we did a lot of work on telomeres, and the fact that this is the what continues and makes our youth. And you can grow your telomeres as you get older by the way that you think, the way that you enact, and in terms of positivity and in giving value to others, that you can grow your telomeres. So that's very, very interesting that you're bringing the dendrites up, because one of his philosophies is whatever fires together, wires together. So if you're constantly on a negative and seeing negative things, you will project and see negative things. And if you are thinking about positive things and giving value to others and raising others up and giving what you can in terms of your value and mission in life, then that's what happens around you, and others give you that. What are your thoughts on what I've just shared in terms of the fact that whatever you give out comes back tenfold, Reverend Lydia?
Well, I believe very strongly in karma. So I understand many do not. So I really believe strongly in karma, and what we sow, we receive. And I'm a person that actually, I try my best to be good, to do the right thing, and I stay away from what is difficult. Just when we have the immigrants that come here, they have had so much that happened in their lives. they do not need more drama. So what we have to do is be kind to them, have a lot of altruism, be understanding, be loving to them. That is the way we have to be, because if we want them to be like that with us, we have to be like that with us. So that is the way we have to be. We have to be loving, and they become loving, because they suffered a lot from war, from whatever situations, from segregation, from all kinds of things. They did suffer from hunger. So what we do in a positive way, we actually receive in a positive way also. And as I always say, a negative thought travels 10 times faster than a positive thought. So it takes actually 10 positive thoughts to actually alienate one negative thought. So it's so much better actually to think in a positive way and to stay away from negative thoughts. That is the way I think.
Thank you very much, Reverend Lydia. What are your thoughts on what Reverend Lydia has just shared, Jonathan?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's 10,000 to 1, but certainly the barrage of, I mean, look, there's so much going on in the world, and depending on which side of the fence you're on, you're either really, really happy about it or a little bit concerned. And I think ultimately we are awash with negativity in terms of news. I think we're awash, so the word shredding, no, I've forgotten the word now. There's a word in German that means taking pleasure in someone else's misfortune. That is basically all of our TV entertainment. And Schadenfreude, that's the word. And then you're looking at, so I'm a neuro-linguistic programming master practitioner, whatever. There's a thing in NLP about where your eyes are looking. And when you're looking down, the phrase looking down comes from that. When you're looking down, you're feeling down. So you've got people wandering through the world all day long with their heads down like this, scrolling on people's idealized wall of their Instagram or TikTok or wherever it is. And so at best, those people are having an internal conversation or experiencing internal feelings in response to something which isn't true. And at worst, they are telling themselves a story about how they are the victim of events more than someone who can take agency in their own life. So yes, think positive, focus on love, focus on compassion.
Thank you, Jonathan. Very, very cool thoughts to start to end our show with. I can't believe that we're at the end of our show and there's so much more to explore. So please do, Reverend Lydia, share how viewers can contact you and the best way to reach you.
They can contact me with my website, lydiafougeres.com. They can contact me also with Diva Divine Mother / on Instagram and at 1514-582-6882 in Canada. So 1514-582-6882. So they can contact me on WhatsApp also. So I always answer, no matter how long it takes, I always do answer.
Thank you, Reverend Lydia. And Jonathan, please do share how people can reach out to you and find a lot more about what you do and the best ways to get in touch with you in terms of the work that you're doing, the inspirational work that you're achieving.
I didn't know if it's inspirational. Say basically, how can I point? That's my point. Yeah, go to potency.world, which is the website. You've got it up there. And under the educational transformation, there's a contact us, and you'll see my picture there, and they can email me from that.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jonathan. And is there a last tip that you would like to share, Jonathan, in terms of the incredible results that you've created within schools and education? As I read out at the beginning that you've conducted over 7,000 experiments and changed the lives of children in education. Is there one thing that you would like to share before we close out the show?
Yes. Listen. That's it. You just listen to the child and don't go with your own agenda. Amazing things will happen.
Thank you, Jonathan. I feel that there's a part 2 coming here. We've only just scratched the surface. There is so much more to cover. And you're probably wondering why we have a man on this show, because he's everything about women and girls. And that's why Jonathan McDonald has come onto the show today. And for me, you can reach me on nomorestress at live.co.uk, or call me if you're international +44. If you're local, 07523 120 189. You can follow me on LinkedIn and Facebook. Those are my 2 preferred social media platforms. And I will always stream the shows live that I do on the social media platforms LinkedIn and Facebook. Thank you very much, everybody. I've really enjoyed this exploration of bridging the gap, empowering girls in education and STEM. I do feel that we haven't even scratched the surface of what Jonathan's work is doing and what's possible, and the incredible results that he's achieving within schools and education. And I look forward to welcoming Jonathan back to explore deeper and further some of the incredible things that he's got up to. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Jonathan, for being our special guest, and thank you, Reverend Lydia, for being our amazing full-time panelist. It's always wonderful to host this show because we never quite know how the exploration is going to go. Before we move over to our sponsors, please do consider joining our VIP exclusive community and become an exclusive VIP community member for first access to our newest videos and photographs and insights on the royal family. It's live streamed on YouTube and USA Global TV and Radio's channel. Thank you very much, everybody. I look forward to seeing you next week. That's on Monday. We are still in 6 p.m. GMT time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time. Have a wonderful week and happy St. Patrick's Day to all of those who are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. And I look forward to seeing you next week, whether you're watching on the live or the replay. Thank you very much. And now over to our sponsors. Bye-bye for now.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Steve Klein Art at steveklein.art.
My name is Steve Klein, born Manchester, England, 1953. My quest in my lifetime is to create artwork from my soul and the deepness within my wildest dreams and fantasies. In 2012, my heart stopped when I was given too much anesthetic for a minor knee operation, and this near-death experience took me to another multi-dimensional world, an out-of-body experience, and I was given the gift of being blessed by an overwhelming, burning passion to become, for the very first time in my life, an artist with an eternal, passionate desire to bring my art, which I've named multi-dimensional, subliminal, freeform art, to the world, as only 3% recover from what I experienced. And now in my golden years want to release my cosmic, vital energy through my art to allow people to be a part of my cosmic dance.
To learn more, email roccogoodwine@gmail.com. For VIP pricing, mention USA Global TV and Radio.
In a world full of noise, misunderstandings, and interruptions, master the art of listening with Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck is the listening mentor of USA Global TV and Radio and the Amazon #1 best-selling author of Mastering the Power of Elevated Listening. Elevate your listening. Elevate elevate your life. Join a global learning experience in person or via Zoom. Reserve your spot today. usaglobaltv.com/book-your-session or drjacalyn.thinkific.com. Join Dr. Kerbeck's listening courses or hire her to unlock deeper connections and authentic conversations. Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting. We're building bridges and changing lives, one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.